if you're going on a date with a woman and it's like, you know, when you only go on a date or two and you've only seen her with makeup, okay, it's not really gonna affect you. But like if you get into a relationship, then obviously you should see her without makeup, and then at that point you can make an assessment that you want to make. But I don't think you should, you know, deem women as like sorcerers because they decide to wear a little bit of mascara and a little bit of blush. Like, I don't think that's ever a negative thing.
Okay, well, the thing is though, is that when I was on dating apps, and I no longer am, I mean, I can't tell you this wasn't just a rare thing. Every single profile, like I could pull up, I think I still have, like, I don't use it, but I still have like one of the dating apps. I think it's connected to Facebook or whatever. It's the Facebook dating. I could like pull out my phone and we could swipe together looking at the women. Mm-hmm. The first photo you're gonna see, it's 99% of profiles, filter or makeup or both. And then maybe some of them have a photo that's not them in makeup or not filtered, but there will be more than, I would argue, more than 50%, their entire profile is filter and or makeup or both. So this is something that's very, like, women, you don't really, I mean, look, there's dudes on dating apps, I guess, who use filters. I think it's much less common than women, but it's like every single profile, every single photo, I don't know what you actually look like.
And I've experienced it in person because I went out with a lot of my followers. I'm not gonna lie about that. And the girl I see that I'm following and the girl that shows up, sometimes I don't even realize it's the same person. So it's not the same level of attraction that I have when I see them, when I'm following them and then I meet them in person. It's completely different. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're saying. Like, y'all saying, oh, well, it's not as profound as we're making it, but when you actually experience it, it occurs pretty often.
No, like,
if you ask me.
I honestly think, like, I do agree that the extreme measures is sorcery or scam, as you would say. But would you have an issue with a woman who's already very beautiful and decides to wear natural makeup?
Bender the Offender donated $100.
That's a good question, Bender.
Here's a question. Who created and socially enforces the current beauty standard for women?
Starting with you, go ahead. Starting with you?
Starting with me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was asking him a question, but it's fine. Who created and socially enforces the current? I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. So, well, it's kind of changing now, but if you had to point to an individual who has probably been responsible for a large swaths of women getting breast implants, lipo, and BBLs, a famous woman, or, well, famous person, who is that individual?
Kim Kardashian.
Checkmate.
No, I want to answer.
What?
He's saying women create. He's answering the question. He's saying women create.
Men don't ask for your fake nails and your lip filler and your caked on makeup and your fake tits and your BBLs. We don't ask for that.
So in other words, it's intersexual competition.
We're not asking for that.
But to answer your question, okay. What did you say? You said
So my question was, like, would you have a problem if you were, say, dating a woman who's already very beautiful, naturally, without makeup, but here and there she decides to wear natural makeup when you're going out? Maybe it's like socially. Like, do you have a problem with that?
I've been in this situation plenty of times, and honestly, I don't have a problem with it, but my preference is still for her natural beauty.
Checkmate.
I don't have a problem with it, but my preference is I prefer lip gloss.
Wait, how's that on checkmate?
Because he just agreed that there's no problem with natural makeup, and that's what I've been advocating for, natural makeup.
Are you wearing natural makeup right now?
I'm a little spruced up. This isn't normally how I would wear makeup if I were to. I would ditch the eyeshadow for sure. Like I said.
The last girl I was seriously dating, when I first met her, she wore makeup like a lot. And then when I seen her naturally, you know, she started not wearing it because I was like, you look better without it.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And then there's been women who don't wear makeup, and as soon as they put it on, I actually think they look worse with makeup than they do without it, because I've gotten so used to seeing them without it, and their natural beauty is what I'm accustomed to. So when they put it on, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what did you just do?
Not all women know how to wear makeup either, or know how to apply it. But my point is that, you know, if you think she's beautiful either way, then you're not going to have an issue with it.
Maybe not as much as Brian.
Okay.
Yeah, not as much as
I
Brian.
think Brian's a little bit more extreme.
But
I
did
understand what he's saying.
I did hear you say as I was walking to the restroom that you would date a woman who wears a little bit of makeup or something like that.
Me?
Yeah, I think I heard you say that. Like you said, it depends how much she's wearing, right?
My strong preference is to date a woman who wears minimal or no makeup.
Yeah,
So if
so
she's wearing a bit
minimal
of
is fine.
eyeliner, honestly, anything that goes on your face, don't like it. Don't like it immediately. If you're wearing a bit of mascara or eyeliner, that's not the crime of the century. I don't like lipstick. Gets on me. Anything that can get on
Yeah,
me,
see, it's a preference.
I don't like.
It's a preference because some guys do like makeup. Some
Right,
guy-
because they want to take the blue pill. they want ignorance is bliss.
But just because they like women with makeup
Because
doesn't negate the
because
fact that they still
want
like
to
their women
believe
without
the
it.
lie. They want to believe the lie. Because they can trick their mind into thinking that you're more attractive than you actually are.
Okay, so my husband's Asian, right? His hair is flat, like straight and flat. But when he puts it up, it just does something to me. I just like when his hair is up a little
It's
bit.
so
when he puts his hair
it's
up,
not equivalent.
when he
That's not equivalent. Facial
reaching.
attraction. Facial attraction is something totally different than
but
the
it
hairstyling.
does, it changes his look.
Yes,
I
it
can see
does
more of
change
his
the
forehead.
appearance.
His like forehead's cleared out, you know. I like it. And to me it's a significant change. To me it's significant.
But that's his actual hair. That comes down to styling.
These are
that's
my
different.
lashes.
Okay, look, it ultimately comes down to by wearing makeup, you're depriving us of making an informed decision about your true attractiveness.
I don't deprive anybody. They see me without makeup a lot.
Right, but like, okay, if you are, let's say you're going to a party where you anticipate meeting a guy and you want to, you're single, ready to mingle. You're wearing a full face of makeup. Well, you are changing your physical appearance, and men are not able to, like, especially if it's dark, throw in some alcohol. You're certainly, like, by wearing makeup, you are changing your appearance.
I suppose
And
men
that-
are so oblivious that they don't really notice like what she's wearing or what product
But
she's wearing. And you're kind of debating on a topic that maybe you don't really understand makeup as well as women do. So like we know
Precisely,
we
though.
know what we're wearing.
Yes, of
maybe you
course.
don't know exactly what we're wearing.
Right, which
but-
adds to the deception and the facade.
Sure. Like I said,
And I would
I'm saying
argue-
if you're going extreme, then yeah, that's doing too much.
And I would argue, I have a fairly good assessment of, looking at a woman, being able to assess if she, her degree of makeup usage. But like, take an 18-year-old, 19-year-old guy who's naive, who maybe doesn't have a lot of dating experience, who doesn't even know that, what to really be looking for.
Mm-hmm.
He might get bamboozled.
Yeah, he might, and he's a sucker, and he'll learn.
Right, so it's a trick. It's a deception.
You can also find ways to trick women.
Absolutely, and it's wrong. How about this? Let me ask you a question. So, would you like to know before, like, here's the reality, right? Most women like men with a full head of hair. Agree or disagree, panel?
Agree.
You like a man with a full head of hair, right?
I think Andrew Tate looks really good bald.
Yeah.